Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be working on the truck, 2017 F-250 Super Duty. Working on the front end. Got a problem with the front end shaking and vibrating going down the road, around 60 miles an hour. I got a feeling it's death wobble trying to come back. Not sure. Going underneath, looking at the tie rod ends, upper and lower, that are loose. Thinking that might be the problem. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to change the upper and lower tie rod ends. It's not very difficult. Take you along, show you how it's done. Alright, before we get too far, one of the first things you want to do besides jack stands, tires off, all that crap, set down all your threads on your tie rod ends. This will make it a lot easier when it comes time we get this bar off here to actually unscrew this, because we're going to need to count the rotations. So when we put our new ones on, we can get us real close to where we are right now. Soak it all down. It'll make all this work a whole lot easier when we get that far. Get 245,000 miles on them. I'd say it's probably time to change them anyhow. Alright, what we're going to need to do now, so we got everything greased up, or sprayed down so it'll come loose easier, hopefully. When you get the quarter pin out of the way, you take a pair of needle nose pliers or wire cutters. We're not trying to cut it, we just need to bend it back straight. And try to bring it back out the opposite side. Remove that, and there's also a little lock cap that goes over the nut, and you can put the quarter key through the hole. Remove that, clean this off. Now more of the dirt and sand and grit, you clean off them threads, the easier this will be. Alright, I don't want to take that all the way off just yet. So we still have to bust that loose. Which we should be able to take a sledgehammer or a large hammer, hit it here, get it to break loose. If not, with the nut, even with the top, well, we can hit down on it without messing anything up. That one goes. Now we'll move over to the other side and do the same thing. Alright, on this side it'll be the same procedure, except the nut's on the bottom side. Hit the quarter key, straighten it out. Pull it out the back side. There's your locking cap. That one's loose. Now if you noticed, I didn't loosen nothing up on, I didn't loosen any of these up prior to breaking this loose. When I get it on the workbench, we're going to mark it all, and then we'll start to turn these off, both of them. This one up here, I'm going to have to break those loose up here because I'm not going to pull that one completely off. We're going to take it out right here. got more work ahead of us. Sway bar's in the way. This one, that wiggling, that's a bad thing. That thing's told you shouldn't be able to even move that, hardly even move it. The opposite end, same way. That one's completely wore out. What we'll do is we'll loosen these up, get them out of the way, and we're going to mark this and count the revolutions to take that off. So the new one, we take it in the same amount, tighten everything down. Should put our alignment close, real close to where we was. Now the sway bar's out of the way, tie rod in out of there. Before we pull it out of there though, we need to clean this one up, clean all your threads up real good, loosen this completely up, and then we'll mark it so we can count the revolutions out of there for that one as well. Definitely bad. Once again, you shouldn't be able to do that. Cleaned all that up, ready to work on it. And then I went ahead and took a chisel and marked my threads. As you can see, those threads, I got marked it all the way up to the edge of this clamp. Now we need to take this out and start counting revolutions as we back it off there. After we loosen these up. Should be enough. Oh yeah. Oh, we don't want that one to move. Put it back where it was. We lock that one back down. We don't want that side to move. One, two. Thirty and a half. All right, we need to write that one down. I'll come over to here to the other ones. We're gonna do the same thing. Clean everything up. Mark it. And more likely I'll put it in a vise. And we'll turn these off. Alright. It's windy today. I'm sorry about the wind noise if that interferes with anything. I'm gonna try to keep you out of the wind. Anyhow, we need to clean this one up just like we did underneath. We have storms blowing in. Loosen it up, and we'll do the same, count the revolutions. I'll do this one the same way. Mark with a chisel, mark the threads. 31. Make notes of that. Alright, we'll do the same thing on this side. Clean it up, loosen it all up, mark our threads, make our rotation. Got 30 on that one as well. Alright, got our new parts. Best thing you can do just about any time is take your old parts with you, match them up when you pick up your new ones. It's the same. Ooh, yeah, that's the same. And we'll mark our threads on here. Rip them out of the package. Don't throw away your new carter pin. We'll match it up and stick out the right one. Still in the bag. This one here. Looks the same as well. Alright, one thing I didn't do, I thought about afterwards, is measuring this shaft with the components still on it. I can find out from one end all the way to the other end what the full length was. And also the length in here. I did mark the threads, that's a good thing. What's bringing up an issue is these threads are longer. So counting the rotations in is not going to put me at the same spot because these threads are longer. What I'm going to do is measure from where I did mark the threads to the end of the ball joint on it. And do the same thing over here. Now, these threads can go further in, that's fine, it don't matter. I want the same length here. Alright, I went ahead and measured them. Instead of assuming it's all the threads are going to be the same length, my bad. But if you're doing this before, hopefully you haven't, well, before you take them out of the tube, measure them. And also when you mark your threads, do that as well. To your ball joint. That way when you put it all back together, everything's going to be within one rotation, plus or minus. So we're ready to go back in. This one goes in first. Tighten that one down, move on to the other one. That should be it up there. She fits. That's always a plus. ready to put the connecting rod, I guess it is, back in. I went ahead, off camera, put the grease zerks in. I don't want to mess with it underneath the truck. They're already in place. Alright, then I'm going to stab on the other side first. Alright, got it started on there. It's kind of a pain. Everything has to be lined up just right. Quarter pin. Get it lined up, go into the hole. We'll stick it in from the back side. Reasons why, so we can open up. We can open it up. Open it up, split it apart a little bit. Won't come back out. Nut won't loosen up. We're done. We need to put some grease in it. Those are tight. We need to double check them, and we need to put our sway bar nut back on. Right through from the back side. And that one's done. Once again, our sway bar nut. Alright, I'll get all that tightened up. I just put my wheels back on. We're going to take this thing down the road to see how bad of an alignment job I did. Alright, it's another day. Replaced the tie rod ends. Sure, if you guys are looking, try to figure out how to do this, how hard it is. You see other videos where they're telling you count the rotations on each one, so you put the new one same place. I'm gonna have to call that's a line of crap, because I done that, but I also marked the threads on them. And as you'll see with the new ones, one of them has about a 3/4 of an inch to an inch longer threads. So counting the rotations wouldn't have helped me on that one at all. Luckily, I did mark the threads, so I was able to measure it, get it in close. Done that on all 3 pieces, and yeah, it got me close. But it also got my steering wheel. It's all crooked now. It's all right, we can fix that. Where it's at now, I can't see 65, 70 mile an hour, pretty much where I run. And when you use the signals, it's right there, ready to click off. Feels like going down the road. Feels like it's towed in a little much. Truck's not pulling left or right. It just, something feels different. So go back underneath, adjust the alignment, adjust the steering wheel. But what should have been done, when I pulled that bar off with the tie rods in still tightened to it, was measure the full length, the total length of that. Then put your new tie rod ends on and go back to that length. Counting the rotations, that didn't work. The reason that's not going to work is these castings, unless they're all castings were made at the same place, same form, counting rotations is not going to work. It's unreliable. Hopefully this has helped you out. Like, subscribe, comment, share. More of this to come. Thanks for watching. Okay, taking the truck for a drive. Did not fix my shaking, the vibrating, noise in the front end. Tie rod ends were bad or worn. Didn't fix any of my issues that I was having. I think next we're going after the track bar, and also going to change the cast camber bushings. We're going to add some positive degree to it to eliminate death wobble. That's what I think is trying to happen. As you can see, I have steering stabilizers on it, and I know that was just a band-aid. It wasn't a fix to a death wobble. It just kind of helps control it. That'll be another video.